This year's Hall of Fame is honoring 5 individuals for their accomplishments. Those 5 are C.T. Jaffrey, co-founder of the Minnetonka Club in Minneapolis. Jaffrey left his mark in Minnesota golf, bringing to life the first permanent golf course in Minneapolis and serving on the executive committee of the USGA and as president of the MGA. Jaffrey was very involved in the game. He was also a great player, becoming the first club champion at the Town and Country Club of St. Paul in 1898 and the Minnetonka Golf Club in 1899. Jaffrey also won the Minnesota State Amateur Championship and Trans-Mississippi National Championship in 1906 and the 1930 Minnesota State Senior Amateur. Claudia Pilot, a longtime member at Austin Country Club and now at Legacy Courses at Cragun's. Pilot has had great success in Minnesota women's golf. Pilot has collected numerous wins throughout her career, including 12 Minnesota Women's Golf Association titles, 11 Minnesota Women's Public Golf Association titles, 6 Minnesota Golf Association titles, and 2 Minnesota Golf Champions titles. He's also been a participant in many USGA events and has reached quarterfinal matches in both the U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur and Senior Women's Amateur Championships. Pilot was also named the MGA Women's Player of the Year 6 times and the MGA Senior Women's Player of the Year twice. W.R. Smith. As the very first Minnesota Golf Association Executive Director, Smith was known as Mr. Golf in Minnesota. Elected to the MGA Board of Directors in 1938, Smith was responsible for keeping the MGA together during the war years. A known name in Minnesota golf, who left great impressions on his players he came in contact with. He is often remembered by the enthusiasm for the game and making every golfer feel like a valued player. Rosalind Wyson, an amateur that was able to capture 7 Minnesota state titles in just 5 years. Wyson was described as a petite woman with an excellent short game. She was a fierce competitor in the early 1950s and never strayed far from the fairway. Wyson was a 3-time MWGA Match Play Champion, a 2-time MWGA State Amateur Champion, and 2-time MWPGA Public Champion. And finally, Minnesota Section member Larry Murphy. As the Moorhead Country Club head professional, Murphy has spent the past 45 years as an important mentor and community member. Since becoming a PGA member in 1969, Murphy has mentored many employees and assistant professionals that have passed through the Moorhead Golf Shop, many of whom are still in the golf industry. One of his many accomplishments include the creation of the Fargo-Moorhead Junior Tour, which has provided an excellent environment for junior golfers to learn competition golf. Murphy has served on the Minnesota Section PGA Board, as well as the Dakota Chapter Board, and has won numerous awards from both, including Golf Professional of the Year 5 times at the chapter level, and also at the section level in 1989. He has inspired many people through the game of golf, as well as his presence in the community. Please help me in congratulating Larry Murphy, the 2013 Minnesota Golf Hall of Fame member. Larry, can you please stand? Larry had his induction at Moorhead Country Club the last weekend in September, and I know some in the room were able to attend that induction ceremony, and it was quite an honor and very well deserving. Congratulations, Larry. On behalf of the 2013 Minnesota Section Awards Committee, it gives me great pleasure to present you the 2013 Section Award winners. Today we honor 2 outstanding individuals for their playing accomplishments this past year. 2013 Assistant Player of the Year. Eric Rowland, Assistant Professional at Woodhill Country Club, accumulated 396 points to win his first Minnesota Section Assistant Player of the Year award. Rowland won the 2013 Minnesota PGA Assistants Championship, finished second twice in assistance events throughout the year. Eric Rowland was not able to attend today's meeting. He's on his way to the National Assistants Championship down at Port St. Lucie, Florida. Accepting on his behalf is the supervisory professional at Woodhill Country Club, Paul Kelly.
Good morning. Eric wrote quite a bit of a speech that he wanted me to give, but more importantly, he just wanted to say thank you to all the sponsors and all the golf courses out there that he was able to play at. He also wanted to say thank you to his boss, myself, for the 15 or 16 hours a week that he put in working so that he could spend more time on his game. Eric went on to say that he's going to be working real hard again on his game this year and hopes to maybe increase his workload up to 20 hours a week at the golf course. So, congratulations, Eric.
2013 Minnesota PGA Player of the Year. Fred Snyder, PGA Director of Instruction at Troyburn Golf Club, accumulated 684 points to win his first Minnesota Section Player of the Year award. Snyder won the 2013 Minnesota PGA Professional Championship, the Minnesota PGA Match Play Championship, and won the Luther Pro Series event. This time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our 2013 Minnesota PGA Player of the Year, Brent Snyder.
Morning, afternoon. Thanks a lot. Humbling, really. I don't know how else to put it. I wish someone else would have been up here other than PK to give a little bit of a speech to what I should say. It's been a long time. We've got some amazing players in this section. So I can't tell you effort or work or anything like that. I just kind of show up. You know, I think so much of why I had a successful year. I was looking at the scoring average. It was 2 shots different than the last 3-4 years for me. You know, when you think about how competitive golf is, to pick up a shot per side and to have that much of a change is substantial. So we listened to this gentleman this morning in the education talking about this has nothing to do with consistency. And, you know, I think there's a lot of value to that. You laugh and chuckle, but it's a reality. You know, we just go out and we hit shots, and I have a heck of a good time playing golf and doing what I do. Try not to take myself too seriously, and that seems to be pretty effective for me. Got a lot of cool people surrounding me. My wife, well, we don't have any kids yet, so I'm able to kind of run and do what I need to do right now, and she's awesome. I've got a full-time caddy, my brother, in the summer, and he works in the school setting, so when he's not on my bag, my wife, Courtney, steps in, and she's adamant about how well she reads putts. So we have a pretty good time, and she'll hop in there and read some putts, and I'll let her do what she does. Wonderful support, and you know, when we're out there and doing the deal, it's not much about golf. Talk about other things, talk about life, talk about the important stuff. You know, I just happened to be able to pick up a shot per side this year. You know, that's the way that you look at it. And, you know, I'd like to thank, obviously, the whole crew at Troyburn, just amazing people that I'm around, and they allow me to do what I want to do and to do what I love. And I don't even know if it's so much the playing. I think my playing's gotten better because of my instruction, hanging out around the game more. Seeing what people do, good and bad and everything in between. I don't even know if I could put a value on it. It's just being around the game and enjoying it. But the sponsorship, the golf courses, all that stuff that PK said is exactly right. You were kind in saying that Eric was working his way down to the assistant championship. He's at Jupiter Hills right now. So that's what players do, you know. They find great places to play. But we've got a lot of awesome courses. We've got a lot of great players, amazing competitors. It's so fun to gauge and measure yourself here locally because the talent that we have in this room and in this section is really strong nationally. And it's seen that through history, the way our leaders of the game have been playing in national events. So I'm absolutely honored to be here, absolutely humbled to win this award. Quite honestly, it's probably not going to change how much I handle stuff and take care of stuff. Life is not really about golf. Golf is pretty far down the list. And for that reason, that's maybe a big part of why I was able to be successful. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations, Brent. One final Player of the Year award, the 2013 Senior Player of the Year award has not yet been determined due to the cancellation of the Southworth Senior PGA Professional Championship in a couple weeks ago that our senior players do accumulate points from. We have to hold off on announcing our Senior Player of the Year. In that current setting, Mr. Don Berry has a 7.5 point lead over Bill Israelson, and we will award that at the spring meeting. The Horton Smith Trophy is awarded to the professional who has provided outstanding contributions to developing and improving educational opportunities in the Minnesota section. This year's recipient is Steve Bessler, PGA professional at Riverwood National Golf Course. Steve has been a member of the section's board of directors since 2005 and currently serves as the vice president of the section and chair of the section's junior golf committee. During his tenure on the board of directors, Steve has been actively involved with the assistants chapter, tournament committee, and junior golf. An excellent teacher, Steve has instructed and helped many fellow professionals, amateur players, and junior golfers. This time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Section Horton Trophy winner, Steve Bessler of Riverwood National Golf Course.
Thanks, John. Real quick, anytime you win an award like this, it is pretty cool. You really don't start out trying to win these things or anything like that. So, first of all, I'd like to thank the committee. Sitting on some of these committees for the awards, it's amazing how many qualified people are up for that. Anybody could win it and be well-deserving. A few people to thank, you know, outside of my father, who's probably had as much influence as anybody. My first pro I worked for, Bruce Anderson, always said, you know what, if you're going to talk about it and complain about things, get involved. So he did push me to get involved years ago on the board. And then a gentleman that was a close friend of many and we lost this past year was Mr. Don Warrian. And Don was as influential in golf and in life as anybody I was ever around. So thanks, Don, and thanks to everybody that have influenced me. The other thing I'd like to say is a lot of the young pros, fellow professionals that have, you know, I've come to know and have energized me as I get older, and you know, see the kids from junior camp now, their mothers bringing kids to camps. You really know you're old. But you know, the C.J. Meyer and the C.J. Jay Meyerhoff, Greg Snows, some of them, and then all the young assistants that are now head pros. They all have influenced me, and just a quick thank you for everything. Okay, so now I'm going to take over the awards part because that's what I guess we do from here. We're going to start at the TaylorMade Assistant Professional of the Year is awarded to the assistant professional for their leadership, promotion of the game of golf, and responsibilities at the facility and the image as an assistant professional. This year's recipient, Ryan Hack, has been an assistant professional at his current facility, Mankato, for the past 18 years. During his tenure at Mankato, Ryan coordinates, runs corporate events, oversees 12 outside service staff, runs and coordinates the club's junior camp, teaches 6 to 10 lessons per week, and coordinates and runs 2 ladies' league and 1 men's league. Mike, we're wondering what you do.
Yeah, you
Ryan also helped in the development of a ladies' 9-hole league, which has brought new golfers to the club. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Minnesota Section TaylorMade Assistant Professional of the Year, Ryan Hack and Mankato Golf Club. Congratulations.
Thanks, Steve. First off, I want to thank Mike Beerling and TaylorMade for sponsoring this award. I've been on TaylorMade's staff now for the last few years, and in those years, they have treated me greatly. Second off, I want to thank the person out here who now named me. I think I know who he is. Third off, I want to thank the board. I know there's a lot of other candidates up for the award that are just as qualified as me for it, so thank you for choosing me. For most now, I want to thank Mike Zinni. He hired me back 18 years ago as an outside service big boy. And my main job then was to pick the range and come back and then restack it. So over these last 18 years, Mike's been my main mentor. I've learned everything in the business and being a Class A golf professional through Mike. And then over the years, I went from a big boy up to a golf shop assistant. And now for the last 8 years, I've been Mike's main assistant in the golf shop. I don't really perceive my job as a job. I have too much fun doing it. So every day when I'm driving to work, I'm not mad that I'm going to work because it's so much fun and enjoyable. Members at the club, I really enjoy. I like to learn more about their lives, and I like them coming in to tell me that they shot their best round of the year after my lesson I gave to them the previous week. I enjoy working for Mike and his wife Katie. They've been there every year since I've been there also. Other than that, I just love golf. I love being around it. I love to teach, introduce people into the game. And lastly, I'd like to thank my parents, who are both in MNPGA now. Growing up, they were always there for me. If I ever needed something to talk to them about, they were there. And then when I finished college, they didn't drive me towards my major. They let me go into the golf profession. So I thank them for that. So thanks again.
The PGA Junior Leader Award is given to the golf professional that has been a leader in junior golf programming and continues to provide opportunities for the juniors to learn and play the game of golf. This year's recipient, Brian Scavnick, has been the PGA Director of Instruction at Parkers Lake Golf Center in Plymouth since 2010, where he owns and operates the Brian Scavnick Golf Academy. For 15 years, Brian's Academy has taught kids and adults the game of golf, stressing the importance of how to have more fun, smile more, and having the confidence to perform exceptionally. A U.S. Kids Top 50 Masters Kids Teacher, Brian is also an inspiring speaker and writer, having authored the book, The Happiest Golfer. Brian also is the founder of the popular parent-child golf event, the Daddy's Caddy, and always using humor and fun in teaching everybody to relate to. You only have to hear a few of his parents' quotes, like extremely positive role model for kids, or works hard to know his students, and easygoing personality really engages the kids, to see why and how much he is well liked. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Professional Section Junior Leader, Brian Scavnick of Parkers Lake Golf Center.
So the facility I teach at is a jail. I teach at a jail, Parkers Lake Golf Center. It's owned by Hennepin County. And I kind of want to thank the jail for this award. It sounds weird, but you kind of get some perspective when you see inmates that actually pick balls for us, and they come in and out, and they work for us over these. I've actually been there for 15 years, kind of working my way up there. I started in college doing different park and rec programs, but it kind of gives you a different perspective when you see these guys going through the stuff they go through, and I get to hang out with kids and teach them how to play golf. So I just kind of want to thank everybody at the jail who actually kind of put up with me over all these years and let me kind of keep doing my thing, because they've been very flexible with me as far as the stuff I try to introduce and things that I can actually do. I want to thank all the kids that I teach because they're weird. And part of being at the jail is actually kind of cool, is that they always ask, well, what is that? What is that thing right there? They always think it's a school. Except for that one smart ass kid in the room who goes, no, that's a jail. That's a jail. All right, that's a jail. So I had one little girl a few years ago go, you teach next to a jail? I'm like, yeah, I teach next to a jail. She was 8 years old, 9 years old, something like that. And she goes, who's in there? Like, right when they ask that question, I kind of have to be careful what I say. So I said, well, people who did something wrong. Well, what kind of things? Like, all right. Drugs, drinking and driving. Drinking? You mean like alcohol? That's what she said to me. I'm like, yeah, I like alcohol. She kind of sat there for a second and said, is Dr. Pepper alcohol? Like, no, Dr. Pepper's not alcohol. And she said, oh, good, my dad drinks a lot of Dr. Pepper. So, I just kind of I like to thank my parents, I like to thank my wife, my goofy kids, everybody else who lets me everybody else, you know who you are, who lets me take my classes around to your courses too. I have a lot of older kids now that actually bring around to different Part 3 courses and stuff like that. So everybody at other facilities who let me bring my classes out there, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
The Facility Promoter of the Year is awarded to professionals for outstanding contributions to their facility, including golf programs offered, tournament operations, merchandising, rules, promotions, and history at the facility. This year's recipient of the Resort Facility category is Eric Peterson of Cragun's Legacy Courses. Eric has been the PGA General Manager at Legacy Courses since 2011 and oversees all aspects of marketing and promotion of the facility, including golf stay and play packages. Over the past 3 years, Cragun's has doubled their golf package guest nights and package golf rounds played at the resort, and also partnered with other Brainerd area courses on packages, producing over 1,000 rounds in 2013. Cragun's Legacy Courses membership programs continue to be one of the largest in the Brainerd area, and the past 2 years has grown by more than 40%. Cragun's Legacy Courses also hosts a wide range of tournaments, including the 2013 Minnesota Section PGA Professional Championship and the Minnesota PGA Junior Golf Association Tournament of Champions annually, and the 2013 MWGA Women's Mid-Am. Eric is also very active in the community and has spent time involved with the Nisswa Chamber of Commerce, the Explore Minnesota Golf Alliance, and the Brainerd Golf Trail, MGA, MWGCOA, and Central Lakes Youth Hockey. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Minnesota Section Facility Promoter of the Year in the Resort category, Eric Peterson. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. It is a great honor to be up here in front of everybody. The Facility Promoter of the Year. A lot of questions were, what have you done for your facility? Well, to be honest with you, I go there every day and I help participate on a very active team. We have a great team there. From our Director of Golf, Chuck Lukatsky, who's here. Our Director of Instruction, Chris Foley. Our great Superintendent, Matt McKinnon. Our Food and Beverage Manager, Carrie Hoffman. Without that team, I couldn't do what I do. So I'm very thankful for the people that I work with. Have great honor to have worked for a couple of wonderful individuals over the years, and currently working for Dutch Cragun, who was honored to. I'm honored to have him join us here today. What a great mentor he's been the last 3 years. Cragun's Resort has been around for 70 plus years. And he's been around from the beginning, so it's been a great honor to work for him, and I look forward to many years to come. Other than that, again, basically a lot of the people in this room are my mentors too. I've had a great opportunity to work with many people through the facilities, from the time at Grandview to the time at Cragun's. A lot of faces that I see every year when I come back here. So again, I want to thank everybody, thank the committee for selecting me, and look forward. And again, one last thing, I really enjoyed it. Everybody was up there up in Cragun's this year. I think you could see how much I personally enjoyed hosting you. I hope you enjoyed our facility up there too. But it was great to host that event up there this past August. Thank you very much.
This year's recipient of the Public Facility category is Troy Malo of Pebble Creek Golf Course. Troy has been a PGA Director of Golf at Pebble Creek since 2007 and oversees the golf programs, promotions, merchandising, and teaching at the facility. Troy and his facility continue to be actively involved in hosting section, MGA, MPGA, MWPGA events, as well as Minnesota State High School state tournaments. During his tenure at Pebble Creek, Troy has helped develop a master plan for the facility, including a long-range business plan that has incorporated feedback to help improve course weaknesses. Troy also works hard to promote and market Pebble Creek as a premier golf facility and uses social media, email, radio to get his message to as many customers as possible. Troy has developed an outstanding junior golf program with more than 200 junior participants annually, and also established a Golf in the Schools program in the city of Becker. Troy is very active in his community, being part of a local Chamber of Commerce, Relay for Life, and many other local fundraising activities. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Minnesota Section Facility Promoter of the Year in the public category, Troy. Come on up, Troy. Congrats.
Thank you to the committee, to the board. Again, very unexpected. I'd like to thank first and foremost my wife, kids. As we all know, that can be a stress trying to juggle everything with the job and all that stuff at home. So thank you to them. Thank you to the city of Becker for giving me the opportunity. I'd like to thank a few of those by name here who were mentors for me growing up and really sort of gave me the opportunities to learn, helped me when I made mistakes, helped me to learn from them. Tom Apst, who's down at Deer Run, Michael Turnbull with Team Master. Mr. Fessler here is a guy who receives a few phone calls from me. Joe Malone, and also would like to thank the person who nominated me. So there's a lot of great people in here with a lot of history, a lot of experience, and they are always willing to take my calls and my search for wisdom. So some know me pretty well, some don't. So I'm thankful for all those people as well. So it's a great section. Thank you for the award.
This year's recipient of the private category is Tim Hoffman of New Ulm Country Club. Tim has been the PGA golf professional at New Ulm since 1997, helping oversee the golf programs, promotion, merchandising, and teaching at the facility. During Tim's 16 seasons at New Ulm, he has been influential in many decisions that have helped improve the operation of the club. The decisions to hire a chef in 1998 led to an increase in food and beverage sales, and in 2010 the clubhouse was remodeled to include the Cottonwood Grill, which has doubled their food and beverage business. New Ulm Country Club also hosts more than 40 events per year, with more than half of those for the members and by introducing unique formats for the club's major events. Tim has seen an increase in participation in many of those events. Tim also has helped grow the club's junior program and is proud that the club allows its juniors to play every day with their friends and unsupervised after passing their ethics class. Away from the club, Tim is active in the New Ulm Hockey Association and has served on the board of directors. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Minnesota Section Facility of the Year promoter in the private facility category, Tim Huffman, the New Ulm Country Club.
Brian, gotta move this down. Yeah, thanks everybody on whoever nominated me. I don't know who it was. I think it was one of those guys over at Golden Valley, maybe. That's the word, but I'm just gonna take that down. You know, the golf business is. I went to New Ulm. I think this is my 18th season. Actually, I'm finishing up with. And when I came, it was it was a nice place, but the membership was kind of dwindling, older, and we've since then tried to get the younger crowd to participate in it, and it's worked out well. I also have the headache of the food and beverage, which isn't all great, but in a small town setting, any of you people that work in one, that it's touch and go to make it work, and that's what's worked for us. What we try to do is just offer the best, friendliest customer service we can, and I came from Olympic Hills before I was in New Ulm and learned from a couple of the best there, Bill Brask and Mike Preuss, so everybody probably knows them. They're old school customer service, and that's kind of just what I kept going with. So thanks, everybody.
The PGA Player Development Award, previously named the President's Plaque, recognizes individual PGA member professionals for their extraordinary contributions and achievements in the area of player development. This year's recipient is PGA Assistant Professional Marshall Hoynes of Minnetonka Club. Marshall has been at the Minnetonka Club since 2001 and is currently overseeing several programs that have helped grow the number of golfers at his facility. Marshall started the Golf for Fun program at the club, which is designed to help women new to the game and also coordinate the Women's Social Series, designed for little golf instruction, equipment knowledge, and fun. He is also the leading instructor for the Women's Spring Tune-Up Clinics and started a Golf 301 program, which is a ladies' 3-hole golf league for those who graduate from the Golf for Fun program. Marshall oversees Minnetonka's junior program that has more than 170 participants in 2013 and oversees events for families that include parent-child tournaments, Sunday night, family golf night, and the Junior Golf Championship. Marshall also offers complimentary monthly clinics to the senior members of the club and provides new members with a free lesson certificate. He has participated in the Special Olympics Athlete Pro-Am, is a U.S. Kids Certified Instructor, and won the 2007 Minnesota Section Junior Golf Leader. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Minnesota Section Player Development Award winner, Marshall Hoynes.
First off, would like to thank the committee for this award, and listening to all that, it doesn't even feel like I do all of that, I guess, because of going to work, just like some of these others have said, that I really enjoy going to work and doing what I do, and appreciate the support that Doug Nelson, my current boss for the next 3 days, has given me, and the support that my new boss, my wife, will hopefully give me in the next, when she takes over for Doug November 1st. So both of them have been outstanding. Some of the things that I do as, they've given me the role as the player development professional at Minnetonka, and I feel like that has worked out very well for myself and for the club. And I gotta thank JD for that idea and his PGA best practices. When he wrote about that, I took that and presented it to Doug, and he went along with it. And I feel like it's worked out great for everyone, myself and the club included. With all the programs that we do at Minnetonka, I just want to thank a few of the staff members that are here today. Number one being Doug Nelson, number two Kelly Hoynes, my wife, and also Grant Shafransky and Luke Carlson. Obviously it isn't a one-man show. You know, I could never do everything myself. From sign-up sheets to registration to instructing the programs. So I really appreciate all of your guys' help and support with all of those things. And lastly, would like to congratulate all the other award winners today and just say that I am proud to be a part of the Minnesota section. Thank you.
The Bill Strasbaugh Award is designed to recognize PGA professionals who, by their day-to-day efforts, have distinguished themselves by mentoring their fellow PGA professionals and improving their employment situations through the service to the community. This year's recipient is PGA Life member George Reynolds. George has actively been involved in the section's Growth of the Game Committee and helped start the annual Sunshine Golf Clinics designed to help high school coaches improve the performance of their student athletes. These clinics attract more than 200 high school coaches annually. George also was involved with the youth club program that helped provide equipment to schools with limited budgets to have golf as part of their athletic curriculum. This program is now overseen by the First Tee Minneapolis and has received more than 10,000 clubs over time. George is also a member of the Minnesota Golf Hall of Fame, Minnesota High School Coaches Hall of Fame, and recipient of the MGA's Warren Rebholz Award for Distinguished Service to the Game and previous winner of the section's Horton Smith and Player Development Awards. At this time, I would like to acknowledge 2013 Minnesota Section Bill Strasbach Award winner George Reynolds.
All I can say is thanks to the PGA, to you folks. I'm the oldest one in the room. I know that by a long way. But my good friend Dutch Cragen is right behind me. Dutch raises funds for the University of Minnesota Athletic Department. I go to his events. And Dutch, good to see you with the Northern Delegation. I'm wearing 2 pins today. This one, I'm really proud of. I graduated from University of Minnesota in 1954. I'm an athlete in 2 sports. They send me now 10 letters a week trying to get in my wallet. They do a little. The other pin, this guy, I just got from the PGA of America. My 50-year pin. Hang in there, ladies and gentlemen, you might make it. But it's really my 56-year pin. I worked a year at Minneapolis Golf Club for Gunnar Johnson. I didn't get credit for I forgot to register in the apprentice program. So then I had to have 5 more years in the apprentice program in our day. That's how we did it. So this really is a 56-year pin. That's kind of what I've done, who I am. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to be standing here. I invited my mentors to come today. I went to the nearest cemeteries. Gunnar Johnson, Minneapolis Golf Club. Bob Reese Sr., Metacata Club. The coach, you know who the coach is. Who's the coach? Lester Bolstad. These are the guys that pushed me, taught me. I nominated W.R. Smith to our Hall of Fame this year because I'm one of the few left around. I knew this guy. I played golf with him. W.R., our first MGA executive director. I'm old, I'm retired, it worked out, I don't have to work. I give away my time now. This is my 2nd costume change today. At 5:30 a.m. this morning, I was in a different costume at Methodist Hospital in St. Louis Park, and I gave them my 4 hours for today. That's what I do. Now, I fundraise. Bay Lake sends me all these letters, contribute to our lake to help the environment, keep milfoil, zebra mussels. I thought, I'll fix them. I'll run a golf tournament and make money for them. And the last 5-6 years, my wife and I, through charity, our event at Bay Lake. Is Jamie Alderman in the crowd?
George.
Jamie! Jamie helps me with this event. Tremendous young golf professional who's, I think he's got a chance to make it. No, and we've raised $25,000, $30,000 for the Bay Lake Environmental Fund. That's what I do. I helped Ty Armstrong at Eden Prairie. I was their head coach. They demoted me to their 3rd coach. So I take care of young kids who are potentially can get into the program. Is Matt Just in the audience? Matt went from Lifetime Fitness to St. Paul. We started the Lifetime Fitness Junior Expo. We've had 2 of them. We hope with their new golf professional that we can keep that going. But in our past, we had an academy, live-in academy at Carleton College. I lived with kids 2 weeks for almost 14 years, 3 years. Our junior tour, Dave Haberly, we have fingerprints on the junior tour, stuff like that. Those are the things that I do. I don't have to work anymore. It worked out. And so I just give time and effort. I'm proud of this 57-year pin from the University of Minnesota. I am much prouder of my 56-year pin from the PGA of America. Thank you so much.
The PGA Teacher of the Year is awarded to the professional for their excellence in golf instruction, including promotion of the game, education of self and student history and image. This year's recipient is Eric Childs, PGA Director of Instruction at Chaska Town Course since 2008. Eric has a passion for helping his students, and since 1996, Eric estimates he has taught over 8,000 to 8,500 students and uses a secret that Hank Haney shared with him to continue to be successful. A student doesn't know how much you know until they know how much you care. Since 2008, Eric has instituted a 100% money-back guarantee at Chaska Town Course and has never had one student ask for their money back. Eric also has begun using a TrackMan unit in 2012 to help his students and feels that the unit helps prove everything, taking the guessing or the hope to be right out of teaching. Some of Eric's students have been successful in 2013 include John Duant, 2013 State Open Champion, 2013 USGA Public Links Qualifier, Cody Seal, 2013 State High School Class 3A Champion, and Max Tyke, 2000 Pub Links Qualifier. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2013 Section Teacher of the Year, Eric Childs of Chaska Town Course.
Thank you very much. Wow, I don't know where to start. I'll try and make this one quick. There's a few people I want to thank. I'm a Ferris State grad, and I got to learn a lot about instruction coming out of there. Artie McNichol down in Miami Beach taught me a lot of good things, a few bad things, and I learned a ton from him. My next internship was at Hazeltine National for Schultze. Mike Bard was there, helped me a lot. Where I learned the most was from Mr. Doug Nelson. There he is. Doug, how can I say this? At the time I was really dreaming of being a head professional at a fine private club. And after about a month, he brought me into his office and he kind of let me know that it just wasn't going to probably work out go in that direction. And I might want to look into some of my other interests, being that I may not have the emotional stability to be a head coach at a private club. So truly, because of Doug, in about 1996, and with the help of Gary Greenquist, I really kind of turned and went after the teaching, and I absolutely love it. Much like all the other guys that are up here, I love my job. I mean, if I won the lottery, I'd still go back to work the next day. Just thank you all, thank the committee, thank everybody. That's all I got. Appreciate it very much.
PGA Golf Professional of the Year is awarded to the golf professional whose overall performance as a golf professional leader, service, and promotion of the game of golf in their facility has been outstanding. This year's recipient is Doug Nelson, PGA professional at Minnetonka Golf Club since 1996. A 36-year member in the PGA, Doug has always been instrumental in all facets of the golf operations at Minnetonka Golf Club. From cleaning clubs to picking the range to starting on the first tee, Doug has done it all at Minnetonka and always treats his members with the same respect, whether they play 1 round or 100 rounds annually. Doug has also been instrumental in preparing his assistant professionals for head professional positions. As one of his assistants stated, he is by far one of the best teachers of the business of golf. A winner of the Section 2004 Facility Promoter of the Year Award and 2008 Horton Smith Award, Doug also served on the board of directors for several years during that time as chaired the section's education committee. Doug and his facility continue to be actively involved in hosting section MGA events, as well as the USGA Curtis Cup in 1998. At this time, I would like to congratulate and acknowledge 2013 Minnesota Section Professional of the Year, Doug Nelson of the Minnetonka Golf Club.
Thank you very much, Steve, and thank you to the selection committee. It's an honor, a privilege, and I'm very, very proud to be here in front of you today. Congratulations to all the other award winners. Here, I don't quite remember it exactly like that, but it would work, and congratulations. I think first off, I have to thank my mother who got me started in golf 60 years ago, the North Branch Golf Club. It happened to be our backyard, and it was very easy to go out and play golf every day, and met some other guys that played golf there as well. The golf business started for me at Greasy Point, 1970. I ran their golf course in the summertime and discovered that I liked it. I didn't know what else I was going to do after graduating from St. Cloud State. My career has taken me to South Dakota, Colorado, Ohio, and back to Minnesota, where the Minnetonka Club has been my home for the last 18 years, and it's been a great home. The club itself has a great membership, facility is great, and working with our general manager, Jim Jennings, and superintendent, Jeff Johnson, and Doug Mahal has been a great experience. I have to thank my wife, Jenny, who came to me about 4 years ago. It's been the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. My kids, Max and Maggie, for putting up with the golf business. We all know it's a lot of hours, it's a lot of time, but they've done well. Most of all, I think you know this is not an individual award. I've always tried to surround myself with great people, and I've been very lucky. Whether they become a head professional, a teaching professional, or get out of the business completely, I'm very proud to have been with them and worked with them. Right now, I look forward to the coming years watching Kelly take over the leadership at Minnetonka, as you heard earlier. I guess it's Thursday. I'm leaving town, so it doesn't really matter. But I look forward to watching Kelly take over there, and I know that she will do a great job. And I hope to see many of you at your own golf courses because I get to enjoy golf again. Thank you very much.
This ends the award luncheon. Let's give one final applause to our section 2013 section award winners. Thank you again to All-Star Pro Golf and JP Kramer for their support of the awards luncheon. We will now take a 10-minute break.